Yes, Rob.
Yes.
It's been 2 months, that is 60 days we are in lockdown. Another 10 days to go. For the first time in the history, we are experiencing a lockdown. The globe has stopped for a virus. It sounds crazy, isn't it? But it's true. What are the lessons we learned from lockdown? We obviously learned a lot. And when was the last time you felt we were also connected to the rest of the world? Never were all the humanity concerns so aligned. For once, the world is thinking the same thoughts, sharing the same fears, and battling the same enemy. We are all reaching the same medicines and protecting gears and standing in queue for food. Fearful for the next meal. All nations are collectively rocketing high on coronagraph and deep diving together dizzily on the economic graph. A book, The Light of Asia by Eden Arnold, says how Prince Siddhartha Gautama has evolved into Buddha. On the same lines, I was thinking, what have been evolved into, or have we evolved or changed a bit in the last 2 months? Have the virus around us in the surrounding have made some movement in all of us? An adobe has been named as Shubham, which was built using Devadaru to stay during winter. A palace named Shuramyam, made on tiles which won't allow heat inside during summer. Another named Ramyam during the spring season by Sudhodana Emperor for his beloved son. It was predicted that Siddhartha Gautama would become either a great king or a spiritual leader. Since his parents wanted him as a powerful ruler for the kingdom, they tried to prevent Siddhartha from seeing any unsatisfactory nature of the world. They surrounded him with every kind of pleasure. The king of Kosala, Sudhodana, even ensured that nobody in the palace should discuss about death, disease, or even old age. Still, what happened at the end? On a rare outing from the luxurious palace, Siddhartha saw some desperately sick person. The next day he saw a weak old man and finally a dead person. He was very upset to realize that old age, sickness, and death would come to everyone he loved. Siddhartha had no refuge to offer them. And then he turns and says to his assistant Chandana, from the moment I realized that my expectation, my gains, my dreams doesn't make any meaning, I'm broken from inside and crying from inside. Despite of being rich or poor, the silent death is waiting next to you for your turn. Nobody can control it. It is defined in the same way for everyone. With that realization, leaving behind the palace, the family, Siddhartha traveled a long way to become Buddha. This is what the book by Eden Arnold says. Do not evolve as a Buddha. We can have a bit of humanity. From the lessons we learn from virus, let's become a little sensible. There's a lot of difference between human being and being human. Recently, I read a short story. People from different group of religion went ahead and prayed to their God, telling, "Oh Lord, make this world a peaceful place to live." Now, at last, God turns back and tells them, who took off the peace on the earth? Who divided the world into pieces? Who segregated the human being on the basis of different religion and the different types of God? Who, on the name of God, segregated people and fought among themselves? It's not me, it's you. So you find out and come out of it. I don't have time for this. Now, with the advent of this virus, this analysis, what each of one of us has learned, it's good to analyze. From my side, I learned a lot of things, In retrospect, I'm coming back from office every evening, stopping my car by the side of the shop and buying things, even if not needed. Do not have time to visit my parents, no time to spend with my children, no time to make calls. The luxuries were countless. Now, what has happened? We have been procrastinating things for no reasons at the earlier stage, but now it is like forced procrastination due to lockdown. The vehicle is parking on the porch. Children have no classes. Exams cancelled, travel cancelled. What has changed? How much we all changed. We have been trained well in advance on how to manage things if you are down with a disease and forced to face loneliness. It's not only the holy place you need to go and search for God, you search within inside yourself. The luxurious weddings, parties, festivals, without all those things, the world will move on. We learned that we spent a lot of money to dine in the restaurants. Much of those are wasted. We discussed and fought within our organization for not organizing the annual event in a 5-star restaurant. Spoke about companies' prestige. Now, for the past 2 months, we are cooking for ourselves without complaining each other, respecting minimalism. We have taken care of our health, wasting not much in the hotels, saved the food for the people on the streets. They spread a message. The virus named hunger is taking away 8,000 children every day. To vaccinate this virus, world have a remedy called food. The virus is not affecting rich people. Not only that, the rich people are dying because of the overdose of this vaccine called food. What a meaningful message, isn't it? Now let's look inside you and look at the world outside from your window. You can see the sights that what you have never seen. We always wanted to ameliorate our sufferings. I'm sure the world will become a better place to live. Let us conclude with the Buddha's words. A generous heart, a kind speech, and a life of service and compassion are the things which renew humanity. Thank you so much.